Leicester knew that victory over Blackburn could lift them to the top of the table if other results went their way, while the visitors were bidding to make it 3 wins out of 4. The Foxes began brightly and thought they should have had a penalty. A lovely build-up involving Anthony Knockaert and Andy King saw them create a crossing opportunity for Richie DeLate, but the ball struck the arm of Tommy Spur. Despite the appeals, referee Simon Hooper waved away the claims and gave a free kick the other way for Knockaert's shoulder challenge. The claims for the penalty certainly seemed justified. Leicester did take the lead after 16 minutes. Spurs' attempted clearance only went as far as Andy King, who threaded the ball through for Lloyd Dyer to net his first league goal of the season. That was only the second first-half goal the Foxes had scored so far, but they did get another before the break. This time a penalty was given as DeLate again got forward and was brought down by Spur. David Nugent stepped up to score his third goal so far in the league, all from the spot. Into the second half, and Burnley, who'd won just 8 of their previous 51 games on the road, were awarded a penalty of their own. Spur got past Knockaert and found Chris Taylor, who was bundled over by Danny Drinkwater. It gave Jordan Rhodes the chance to move on to 6 goals so far, as he sent keeper Kasper Schmeichel the wrong way. The last 6 meetings between the sides had all ended up home wins, and this result kept that sequence going. Leicester did have the ball in the net for a third time when Nugent played in Chris Wood, but his effort was ruled out for offside. Blackpool's defeat meant the Foxes did go top on goal difference, and they go to Bloomfield Road on Saturday.
A top-of-the-table clash and a near-full house at Bloomfield Road saw early pace setters Blackpool entertain Leicester City. And this was an end-to-end affair that began brightly, and Ricardo Fuller's cross was headed in by Chris Basham for his second goal of the season inside the first 20 minutes. In fact, the Seasiders might have doubled their lead when skipper Barry Ferguson's long throw teed up Basham once again, saw his effort go wide. Blackpool manager Paul Ince was keen to pass on some instructions to his son Tom towards the end of the first half, and they nearly paid dividends, but when Ince raced clear to score, he was denied by an offside flag. Into the second half, and Nigel Pearson's Leicester should really have drawn level, but when he was presented with a chance, David Nugent fired wide. But the Foxes were not to be outfoxed for long. Danny Drinkwater was stopped in his tracks by Jack Robinson, and the visitors had themselves a penalty. And Paul Konchesky coolly converted his first goal for Leicester, and the first visitors' goal scored at Bloomfield Road in the league this season. Within 2 minutes, Leicester had inched ahead. Blackpool seemed to have cleared the danger of a ball into their box, but Andy King's response was exquisite to record his second league goal of the campaign. And that might have been the winner, but Blackpool were given a lifeline when Foxes keeper Kasper Schmeichel clattered Gary Mackenzie, and it gifted the hosts a penalty in the 90th minute. And the manager's son rammed home the spot kick to give Blackpool a share of the spoils.
Leicester are hopeful of doing even better than last season's playoff finish, starting the day in 4th place, having suffered only 1 defeat all season. Barnsley, second from bottom at kick-off, were enduring their worst start in 27 years. But it was the visitors who enjoyed the only real chance of a forgettable first half. Patrick McCourt making a strong run upfield, but his shot not powerful enough to really trouble Kasper Schmeichel. And 5 minutes into the second half, Leicester took the lead. Lloyd Dyer finding David Nugent, who sent a really crisp low shot into the corner. Barnsley had given a debut to goalkeeper Jack Butland on loan from Stoke, and after he prevented an own goal with an instinctive save, Danny Drinkwater headed the loose ball onto the crossbar. And Butland was then the key figure in the incident which led to Leicester's second goal. The England international upending Jamie Vardy in the box, and a yellow card was followed by a Nugent penalty that he never saw, the Leicester striker taking his season's tally to 6. Barnsley gave themselves some hope when Jason Scotland scored for the second game running amid some slack defending, and the Tykes might even have gone on to claim a point, but Martin Craney's powerful, accurate header was superbly tipped away by Schmeichel. So Barnsley go bottom on goal difference as a result of this third successive defeat, as Leicester climb up a place into third.
Yeovil hadn't claimed a solitary point at home since their promotion. Leicester hadn't lost in the Championship since mid-August. Andy King on his 200th league start could have helped them extend that impressive record. The first half was to end goalless. Last season it ended in playoff defeat and bitter disappointment. They look well equipped for another challenge this time round. Anthony Knockaert went close as Leicester pressed for the goal that had eluded them. David Nugent, who'd scored 2 at the weekend, played a part in the move that led to the game's opener. Lloyd Dyer with a valuable contribution, his second in the last 4 league appearances. At the other end, Kasper Schmeichel was called into action when a long clearance dropped for the Yeovil frontman Andy Williams, but he couldn't convert the chance. For the second game running, Dan Seaborn conceded a penalty. This time for the challenge on Richie Delatz. Referee Brendan Malone was in no doubt. And Nugent scored his 6th spot kick of the season. Glover's boss Gary Johnson brought on James Hayter with 14 minutes remaining. And when Liam Moore upended the striker, he guaranteed a frantic finale as the substitute brought it back to 2-1. Leicester held out for the final few moments. The victory moves them joint top of the Championship table.
Third place Leicester were aiming to keep pace with top 2 Burnley and QPR. This was Doncaster's second tough home game in a week after their defeat to leaders Burnley. The decisive Doncaster goal came in unfortunate circumstances for Kasper Schmeichel. From Mark Duffy's corner, it was an aberration from the Leicester keeper. Nigel Pearson said he couldn't be angry with a player who's normally so reliable. In any case, Schmeichel certainly didn't need telling this fell below his usual high standards. Leicester went about trying to make up for their keeper's mistake. Lloyd Dyer found Anthony Knockaert, who forced a save from Ross Turnbull in the Rovers' goal. This was Doncaster's first home win since August the 16th. It might have been more comfortable if Dean Furman's shot had gone in, but this time Schmeichel kept it out. At the other end, Leicester came agonisingly close. Andy King found Danny Drinkwater, and his shot beat the keeper, but not the post. Knockaert was involved in most of Leicester's best opportunities, but he may feel he should have elected to cross the ball here instead of going for the shot, sure to have left his teammates scratching their heads too. Then the winger managed to keep hold of the ball in a tight situation before finding Liam Moore, whose cross caused Bongani Kumalo to panic. David Nugent had a sight of goal, but Turnbull came to Rovers' rescue. Doncaster held on for the win. Paul Dickoff's side pulled 6 points clear of the bottom 3.